A little less than 2 weeks ago, I'm walking down the hallway at my nan and pop's house. Now my pop is sitting in a room on his computer. So I take a little peek. He is scrolling on Facebook Reels. But he isn't scrolling like you and I usually scroll. He is watching every single video, start till end, and that's it. Now, I don't just stare at him while he's on his computer. I'm walking back and forth, getting ready to go to sleep, and every single time I walk past, I just take a peek, and he's either watching that same video, or he's just scrolling to another one, watching it the whole way through. No matter how boring it is. They are videos, to me and you, the most boring shit on the fucking planet. They have like 2 likes because no one watches them. And I always saw myself having a pretty good attention span, but I couldn't do what my pot was doing. I'd be subconsciously boom, 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 without even noticing it. And it's probably the same with you too. So I can't really get to sleep that night because all I'm thinking about is how fucking brain dead our generation is. Now, the attention span thing's not keeping me up. That attention span thing with my pop forwarded another thought on how ungrateful Gen Z actually is. Not just basic level surface shit like, oh, you have a roof over your head, just be grateful you touched grass today, be grateful, food on your plate, be grateful, of course, definitely. But it's very surface level things that people don't actually take in because, you know, people can't actually comprehend not having a roof, not having food, not having water because they've had it their whole life. Then, as I commonly do, I look back to my childhood and this memory that I couldn't recall any other time other than this night came to my head. It rised out of nowhere. And it was when I was 10 years old. I was walking into EB Games, GameStop in Australia with my mum to buy a game. And I'm in there for like an hour as I usually am after school trying to pick the perfect games that only have like 20 or 30 bucks to spend and I want to spend it correctly. I'm in there looking around. And I see this game, it's MA15 plus, but I really want it. It's the only game I really want. I'm like, this is the only one I'm walking out here with. I'm not walking out here with any other game, but my mum is pretty strict, so she doesn't let me. MA15 plus, you have to be 15 to play that, which is understandable. So I'm literally in the middle of the store. There's probably like 5 or 6 people in there as well. I'm not screaming my lungs out, but I'm doing a pretty good job at letting everyone hear me suck. And I remember my mum giving me a big smack when I got home. I remember that. And yes, I was 10 years old. Yes, I had been gifted with a very nice family, food on my table every single night. I actually got to go to school. I had nothing else to really complain about other than not getting the game I really wanted. But I look back at that now and I wish I was more grateful for what I had, because the experience of playing the games that I used to play when I was little would have been so much better. The quality of my time with my family would have been so much better. And this is only getting worse and worse and worse and worse. As generations go on, we are giving a fuck about the wrong things more often, more deeply. Now, I don't want to make this video all about complaining, but I hope this spreads some awareness of what I'm saying. It wasn't until I downloaded social media and I started to, expose myself to different cultures around the world, different countries, that I was extremely lucky. I'm out here fucking crying my ass off because I'm not getting the game that I wanted, even though I have 15 fucking games at the age of 10 years old. But these other kids are worrying about if they're gonna get food on the table tonight, when they're next gonna see their dad because he's out, like he's off at work. Some kids, some people, all they wish for is a family member to come back onto this earth. You and I are worrying about shit that doesn't fucking matter? Seriously. I can guarantee you've had a time for 90% of people, you've had a time in your life when you thought shit was going fucking dark. You had a really bad injury, you were really sick, you lost one of your family members, you lost a friend. Some, maybe natural disaster happened, maybe you lost your house, a fire, whatever it is. Something really bad happened. And all you wish for was to have what you used to have back. And a subconscious thought appeared, why wasn't I more grateful? I experienced this very deeply about 5 months ago when my father passed away. I'm not going to go deep into it because I don't really like to talk about it on camera. It's kind of, touchy topic that I'm sure most people don't really care about. It's true, bro. We only really deeply care about things when we lost them, because scarcity creates value. If you can take a lesson from marketing and apply it to your life, that's the most perfect thing. The rare things are more valuable. Now, that's not me to say that I didn't care about my fucking dad or my parents when my dad was still here. Of course not. But I didn't value the time with him as much as I should have, because at the back of my mind, I thought he was going to be here until I died. Now, why am I telling you this? I am telling you this because there is something in your life, whether it's a family member, a friend, something you've achieved, let's say a business, whatever. You're going to lose this someday. Whether it's a period of time, like your time at school, your time at college, your time at this certain job, your time as a kid, you are going to lose something that you value very much right now in your life in a matter of months, years, days, or weeks. It is going to happen. It will. Some things you might have the rest of your life. Maybe your parents will be around the rest of your life, and maybe they won't. I can guarantee you there's something that you love right now that you take for granted every single day that you will lose soon. And one day, all you wish is to have it back. That's it. Don't let the time when you actually feel grateful for something, when you stop taking something for granted, don't let that time come when you've lost it. Because number one, you won't ever get it back, and number two, you'll never have experienced the joy of it. I'm not going to pinpoint something specific because you know what you take for granted and what you could be enjoying more. Whether it's your family, your friends, your school, college, living with your parents. So I want you to promise me right now, and most importantly, I want you to promise yourself that you are going to be grateful for the rest of your life. I know it's a hard thing to take in. And of course, you're not going to be perfect all the time. You're going to complain sometimes subconsciously, but the less you do it, the more conscious and aware that you are, that you're not complaining anymore and you're instead being more grateful. That's going to be your foundation now. You're going to naturally be more grateful for the things in your life. And when you do ultimately lose something that you took for granted, you will know at the end of the day that you cherished it. That's all I have to say. Take this whatever way you want, but you know what's best for you, as you always do and always have. I'll catch you in the next video, bro. Peace.